Who presents this young woman to be married? On behalf of the bride and the groom and all the families, I want to welcome you all here today. All of you are present because you, in one way or another, have been a part of Thomas and Allie's lives, and I know they are thankful that you are here. Well, it seems the story of the day was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Nurse, little 4-year-old Bianca was hearing the story for the first time. She listened with rapt attention as the teacher told us about this wicked witch that gave her this terrible poison apple, and she fell into this trance, and she would never be released from it, apart from the coming and the wonderful kiss of Prince Charming. The story she listened to, and she carried it home to her mother. She said, "Mother, let me tell you the story. You'll never believe it." So she began to describe what happened to Snow White, and she got to the end. She said, "Mother, Prince Charming kissed her back to life." And guess what happened? Mom said, "Well, darling, I've heard the story before. They lived happily ever after." And the little girl, not realizing what she was saying, said, "No, they didn't, Mommy. They got married." Well, today, Thomas and Alie, we wish for you a long life of happiness. We wish for you the blessings that will come into your life, that you'll be one heart, one soul. You're a teacher and a nurse, both serving occupations. Love is the basis for the peace of your family. And I hope you'll learn to serve each other as you do your patients and your students with love. The greatest gift that God has bestowed upon us is the gift of love that's been freely given between two persons. In marriage, two people turn to each other for companionship. In the original Garden of Eden, God brought Adam and Eve together so they could be lifetime companions. They could work together. They could make a family together. So marriage is a bold step into that commitment. Married people say to each other, "I'll be there for you no matter what." I'm moved every time I see people who've been married 50 or 60 years and they're walking hand in hand. Their youth and vigor is long behind them, but they're still devoted companions. I pray for both of you a long and satisfying marriage. And I want you to understand that long after your youth and vigor are gone, it's commitment and companionship that's going to sustain you in your life together. Romantic love certainly draws us together, but commitment, self-sacrifice, companionship, those are the things that are carrying through the ups and downs of life. So don't give up on each other. Lean on each other. Depend on the wisdom of those who are older. Look to them for your example and wisdom, and let sacrificial love and commitment define your marriage. We certainly want you to know that there's no magic words that we can say today that guarantee success to any couple. But I can assure you that if you'll love each other, be devoted to each other, be committed to make it through whatever ups and downs of life come, your life is going to be blessed. I love this song by Stephen Curtis Chapman. It says, "I'll be here," and I think it describes the kind of life that I'm talking about. In the morning when you wake, if the sun does not appear, I will be here. If the darkness we lose sight of love, hold my hand and have no fear. I will be here. When you feel like being quiet, when you need to speak your mind, I will listen. Through the winning, losing, and trying, we'll be together. I'll be here. If in the morning when you awake the future is unclear, I will be here. As sure as seasons were made for change, our lifetimes were made for years. I will be here. And you can cry on my shoulder when the mirror tells us that we're older. I will hold you to watch you grow in beauty and tell you all the things you are to me. We'll be together, and I will be here. I will be true to the promises I've made to you and to the one who gave me to you. I will be here. Well, there's audience participation today. People have been united in marriage in all sorts of cultures. And in marriages, two individuals come together, but it's really about a community of people. It's about you as their families, their brothers, their sisters, their friends. You also have a great influence on this couple. And so today I want to ask you a question, and your answer can be, "We do." So that's your response, okay? Do you, audience, offer your blessing for their marriage, promising to support them, understand them, and encourage them in their solemn endeavor in the years ahead? If you agree, please say, "We do."
We do.
Thomas, do you take Alie to be your wife? Do you promise before God and these witnesses to love her, protect her, be loyal to her through both joys and sorrows as long as you both live?
I do.
Alie, do you take Thomas to be your husband? Do you promise before God and these witnesses to love him, protect him, be loyal to him through both joys and sorrows as long as you both live? Now we look at these rings that you've chosen to exchange. These rings serve to remind you every day that you see them of this day when you made your solemn vows to each other, to love each other and to take care of each other. As you see these rings each day, may they remind you of this time when you gathered with all of your family and friends to promise to love and to be with each other for the rest of your life. Thomas, take this ring, put it on the third finger of Alie's left hand, and repeat after me. With this ring, I take you, Alie, for my wife, and before God, and these witnesses, do promise, to walk with you, and you alone, through life, as husband, companion, and friend. Alie, would you take this ring and put it on the third finger of Thomas' left hand? Repeat after me. With this ring, I take you, Thomas, for my husband, and before God, and these witnesses, do promise, to walk with you, and you alone, through life, as wife, companion, and friend. Alie and Thomas, in the presence of your family and friends who have joined you to share this moment of joy, you have declared your deep love and affection for each other. You have stated your wish to live together, always open to a deeper, richer friendship and partnership. You have joined this union based on honor and respect. Therefore, it is my joyful responsibility to officially acknowledge your union as husband and wife. Thomas, you may kiss Alie, your bride. May the God, our Creator, bless you and keep you. May He fill you with happiness and a gracious spirit. Despite all changes of fortune and time, may that which is noble and lovely and true remain abundantly in your hearts, giving you strength for all that lies ahead of you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to present to you for the very first time Mr. and Mrs. Thomas Balvin.
attention to the center of the dance floor, the bride and groom's first dance as a married couple.
But when your legs don't work like they used to before, and I can't sweep you off of your feet, will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? Or will your eyes still smile from your cheek? Darling, I will be loving you till we're 70. And baby, my heart could still fall as hard at 23. And I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe just the touch of a hand. Well, me, I fall in love with you every single day, and I just wanna tell you I am. So honey, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars.
ahead and take advantage of that. I can't really move along without saying how gorgeous she looks. Can you guys please give her a round of applause? We actually have prom going on at our high school right now, which is weird because if you think 10 years ago, me and Alie were together, high school at prom, and it's just really a surreal type thing to think about. You know, all the little kids having fun, and me and her, that was us 10 years ago. It's just really, you know, to get to this point, yeah, Everything that you guys see on your tables, from the centerpieces, bouquets, cupcakes, it was all from our friends, family. Alie spent so much time on all of this, and I can't thank them enough for everyone who helped with all that. Again, this can't be possible without you guys, so thank you so much for everything you guys did. Yeah! Your dad, Jim, for getting everything here and helping us. Even though he lost his keys this morning, I ended up getting everything here on time, so that was huge stress relief. And my dad took off work for the rehearsal dinner, pulled cork for hours on end, obviously didn't take the tag off his shirt. Thank you so much. Danielle was our go-to for any, typically this is what you do at a wedding question and seating, so if you guys don't like who you're sitting with, you can blame Danielle, she did help us with that. Harry, my best man, using the term best a little bit loosely, but thank you so much. Steve, Preacher, for you coaches, if you don't know who Steve is. Steve, John and Norma for hosting our rehearsal dinner last night. Awesome, they were beautiful. John doesn't have a job anymore, so he was available to host it, so thanks so much for that, John. We appreciate it. The wedding party, I could go into so much on you guys, but I'm going to spare you, so just thank you guys so much for our bachelorettes parties, staying up there with us and just supporting us through every step of the way, so thank you guys so much.
Hey everyone, my name's Harry. For you guys don't know me, I'm Thomas's younger, but most important, more handsome brother. Tradition states that the speech should be no longer than the groom can last in bed. So everybody, cheers! There you go. Wow. These two are a perfect match for each other. Alie, I don't know how he did it and how that he made you stick around, but I mean, when I was a little kid, he used to duct tape me to a tree. So don't put that past you, because he might do that too. We're all happy and welcome you, Alie, to the Balgo family. You're definitely going to be like the sister I never had, a quiet one. Sorry to say that. You're far from that. I'm not married, obviously, but Thomas, I'm going to give you a little bit of piece of advice here. Marriage, you have to make, there's many obligations. Just remember one thing, foreplay is only an option. Everybody, here's your glass. And we're going to make one last toast for only option.
For those of you that don't know me, I'm Sammy. I am Allie's maid of honor and partner in crime. Alie and I met when we were placed together as random roommates at USF in the summer of 2008. And unlike typical horror stories that you usually hear about having a random roommate, Alie and I hit it off right from the beginning. So much so that we even decided to be roommates junior year of college. Coming up on 8 years this summer, Alie and I have been best friends ever since. I will never forget the first time I realized that, like me, Alie had a little bit of gangster in her. We were driving around in Tampa in her little silver Honda, bumping rap music, fist pumping, until eventually we found ourselves in Salem's drive-thru parking lot in the hood. Because this was the first time we had ever explored Tampa on our own, we had no idea we were in the hood. We were just 18 years old, not a care in the world. As our relationship grew, I learned that we both shared many of the same loves, including an obsession with Nutella, sushi, cats, bagels, and trash TV. Sorry, Thomas. We were always the ones after a college night of drinking that would be sick the whole next day, which led to more bagels and trash TV. As we got older, I realized so many more things about our friendship. I reacted on emotion, she reacted on logic. She was the perfect yin to my yang. She was and still is the strongest person I know, not only in her career, but in her personal life. She's my shoulder to cry on, literally, my secret keeper, my nurse, and my voice of reason. I truly feel that God knew what he was doing when he put me in that dorm room with her so many years ago. I always know I have a friend in Alie that looks at life the same way as I do, and that will always be on the same page. When we first met is when I heard Thomas's name for the first time, and little did I know it wouldn't be the last. When Alie told me she was getting back together with Thomas our junior year, I knew it was the right thing for her, because I have and always will trust her judge. The first time I saw Thomas after that, I watched him play with Allie's hair as I gave him the 3rd degree. Little did he know. I told Alie after that I had a theory that when a guy plays with a girl's hair, it means he's really in love with her. She just laughed, but apparently my theory checks out. Thomas, thank you for treating Alie with such care, respect, and for putting up with her sleep-talking IVs and diagnoses. You are the man that she always needed and that she deserves. To begin this journey as a married couple, I would like to say that I don't wish for you the Cinderella fairy tale of happily ever after. I wish for you both the realistic fairy tale of a marriage where love continues to grow every day and support, devotion, and laughter is constant. I love you guys.